So integration, either A, it's undoing power rule. It's going to be very straightforward. This looks more complicated than that. B, it's undoing something that you have memorized, a derivative you have memorized. I definitely did not memorize anything that has that as a derivative. C, something that you guys don't consider enough. If this was a calculator allowed, it doesn't matter if you can do it by hand. You better do it with the calculator. You're wasting time and opening yourself up to missing it from a simple mistake. So if it's just calculator allowed, just type it in and get the answer. If it's not calculator allowed, then what's the only other way we can do integration if it's not one of those first three types? U substitution has to take care of everything else. Either your calculator does it, you can undo it simply in your head, or U substitution does the rest. So this is probably going to be the U, which would make du be this. You okay with both those parts? Okay, so then you start to rewrite this stuff. This looks like 1 over u squared. And to replace 20x dx, I can't just put a du, because du is not 20x dx. If I want 20x dx, I want to multiply this side by 10, so I have to multiply this side by 10. 20x dx is equal to 10 du. Still okay with that? Okay, then to integrate this, I'm going to move it up to the numerator, so then I can do my undoing the power rule thing. Raise the power by 1, divide by the new power, and then sometimes you would put a plus c, but in this question we've got bounds. Now, if I say 1 to 3 here, why is that not correct? Yeah, 1 to 3 are the bounds when you're talking about x, but when you change it to u, 1 for x is probably not 1 for u, and 3 for x is probably not 3 for u. And we haven't finished making up the Chapter 5 exam, but I would suspect that you're going to have several u substitution questions, like at least 3. You guys need to be very, very ready for this skill. So when x is 1, this bottom limit, plug that in up here. When x is 1, u is 2. When x is 3, u is 10. So do you see how I'm changing the bounds? Okay, so the first time you plug in a 10. The next time you plug in a 2, subtract those. Knowing how to evaluate with these numbers, this is the first fundamental theorem of calculus. We get negative 10 times 1/10 minus a half. Should be negative 4/10. And negative 10 times negative 4/10 would end up being what? 4. That's what I'd go with. Anything more particular in there? But I will say about U substitution, probably the single most important computation that you practice this semester. That's why that book assignment was so long, and we gave you multiple days. Is like practically a week worth of class that you guys got to work on and chip on that. Or not practically, it was a week worth. But if you know that you need more practice, then please, please, please do that before this assessment. It will definitely knock you down a lot if you're not consistently getting those right. On my website, I do have you guys know, anytime I know of any good extra practice, I try to throw it on the website, even if we don't have class time for it. The internet might be too slow today. Can y'all watch Netflix on the school Wi-Fi?
Probably not.
No.
I don't think so.
I don't understand why it's so slow. But if you go down, here's this big book assignment right here. Optional extra practice, worksheet 1, worksheet 2. It's got a ton of extra practice with solutions. So if you know that you need extra practice with U substitution, please consider utilizing that.